Hi, everybody. Happy Hanukkah. And yes, it's also one of the Sundays of Advent. Hello, Mendocino, Star, Joe. Yes, it is Sunday, December 14th, 2025. And yes, I did pull out. Let's see if everyone can see it. Pulled out one of my Hanukkah sweatshirts. Yes. Yes, it's got the candles, which, let's put it this way. Considering what's happened in the past 24 hours worldwide, we need to show our support. Hello, Solarian. Yes. Yeah, I woke up this morning and, yeah, let me get this disclaimer out. Remember, I am a clairvoyant, clairaudient. Hi, Patty. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient psychic. So these Sunday videos are my psychic opinions, interpretations of what's going on in the world. And some people may not agree, but please do your own research and form your own opinions. And I have to use the word alleged quite a bit because some people go batshit crazy because I say something that a lot of people don't like, and it rattles their cages. And yes, hey, Patty. Owl, it's great to see you. And Solarian, yes, yes. Hi, Gay. Okay, well, yeah, it's like, let's see what's going on. Well, most of you know I had that bad fall in August and been dealing with a lot of stuff. And, well, this weekend, my sleep pattern has finally gone back to semi-normal. I mean, yesterday I slept till almost 7 a.m. instead of waking up at 4. And this morning I woke up about 6. Well, a lot of people don't realize it, but many of us need to sleep with a white noise on. And so, because I've got the Roku thing, I turn on like one of the international news stations, and that's kind of my white noise. And I had on the France 24 station, and I woke up to hearing all the stuff that happened in down under Bondi Beach. This was planned. And thank goodness they did find the boom that was in one of the vehicles. And currently there's officially 29 people have passed over, and including one of the idiots who's now rotting in hell. And 12 have passed over and 29 are still in the hospital. Some of those may end, we may have to be saying the Kaddish for a couple of those people also. And this was intentional. Joe, your mom's not feeling good, so what you need to pull up the music of the look it up. Get the Misha Barak. Let me play around. Let me get a link for it for you. It's it's basically a song that, yeah, you want to you want to basically type it in. Yeah, let me get the correct spelling for you. Just pop it up into YouTube and you will find lots of variations of the music of the song. type it in, pull it up, and put that onto a playlist for your mom in the hospital, and you'll notice that once she starts hearing it, she's going to start feeling a lot better. The Misha Barak is kind of like it's a healing prayer, and it works. Okay. Now, what's going on? Okay, in down under, the Jewish community planned a candle lighting celebration because it's the first night of Hanukkah. And of course, Australia is the first country that has a large Jewish population to celebrate Hanukkah. And yeah, I've got my star hanging up. I'll flip the switch on the battery pack later on tonight. And it was planned out for some Islamic idiots to start their nonsense. And they're going to be doing it on every big holiday. I mean, they're going batshit crazy all over Europe because they're the Chris Kringle markets. And these invading monsters are going batshit and doing all sorts of crazy things at the Kindle markets because they're celebrating a Christian event, even though Christmas was kind of poached. The early Christians, which were all guys, but misogynistic nonsense, basically they stole the pagan holiday Yule and morphed that into Christmas. If you go in back through your astrological data, when that star appeared, it was a different time of year. But yeah, it's in order to get the pagans, actually the first religion, first faith, and the Christians poached a lot of the pagan holidays, and that's why Christmas is in December, and that's why a lot of the other, like St. Nicholas Day and Advent, all are in December. And then you go into Ostera, which is eggs, Easter eggs. So we can go into that another day. But yeah, these Islamic idiots are going around to large public celebrations worldwide trying to cause hell. Okay? You've got a question, Solarian? Yes. Okay. The Islamic idiots have been using their ideology. Yeah, look at the Quran. That asshole Muhammad. He was a bully. And in order to get everybody thinking his way, he wasn't nice about it. He used it through violent means. So we have been in basically a religious war with those assholes since what? How many years now? It's they've been pulling the shit. Remember the Crusades? Yeah, that's where the Knights Templar. The Knights Templar did have overpowering strength on these Islamic idiots, but the people running the Catholic Church got their noses put out of joint and said, oh, we can't have somebody stronger than us protecting our faith. So that's why they went after the Knights Templar. It's all egos. And right now we do have another egotistical fucking asshole residing in Vatican City. He's an idiot from the south suburbs of Chicago. So he was born a brainwashed Democrat. So, you know, Democrats are They follow, and they don't like a pure country. So yeah, they've got an idiot who is supporting the Islamic idiots running the Catholic Church. And yeah, he is this Leo idiot, Leo the lunatic, is being informed of what they're going to do next. And he's staying quiet about it. And people in the Catholic Church need to wake up and bring him to a real courtroom, because he is not protecting people. He's assisting in the demise of the Roman Catholic Church. Yeah, he's put a baby mosque inside Vatican City. Definitely. And he's encouraging them to attack at the Christian festivals and the Jewish festivals. Yes, Bondi Beach, it was supposed to be a great lighting of the first candle for the first night of Hanukkah out on the beach. They were watching the sun go down. And soon it was dusk. The candles on everybody's menorah were to be lit. But these Islamic idiots saw it as another opportunity to make a mess out of a Jewish holiday. We know that the Islamic idiots are basically racing cars through the Kindle markets. And the people in Germany realized that Angela Merkel was the first part of the destruction now, and now this Ursula von der Leyen is continuing it. They are the stupid women are falling under the false. The Islamic idiots have been giving those women a pack of lies. They're supposed to lie. The Islamic idiots are supposed to lie to get what they want, which is world domination. And those stupid women are falling for the Islamic lies. But now, remember, there are a lot of people in their 60s and 70s who are the children of, or the baby boomers. Our parents were alive during the 30s and 40s and saw what happened worldwide. And those of us in our 60s and 70s are telling the younger kids what's happening. So the parents of the younger generations in Europe, especially Germany, are telling their children and grandchildren, this is the same nonsense that Adolf and his minions did 90 years ago. And can't allow it to happen again, because this time, not only will they allow the elimination of the Jews, but the Christians and the Lutherans. Remember Martin Luther, the Lutheran Church started in Germany. They're at the top of the list also. And by the Kindle markets being trashed by the Islamic idiots, the people are waking up. And they're realizing that the EU is leading to the destruction. The EU is the current day Nazi party. And it will be. Right now, it's basically Italy, Austria, Hungary, Poland, and Spain, and Portugal are the only true safe spots in Europe right now. World War II curriculum is basically covered in 1 week in the high schools because the high school teachers don't know that they don't know shit. The school districts provide them with a textbook and you teach what's in the textbook, not anything else. And remember, the Department of Education is run by for years, was run by the Democrats, the demonic Democratic Party. Okay? But yes, Australia, it was pre-planned. And now everybody worldwide is on the watch. And I expect this afternoon that a lot of people here in the United States, those with a pow-pow, remember, if you go to practice first, ladies, go to practice your pow-pow and then go straight to shul, service tonight. By doing that, you don't have to have that CCL because you're going from one spot, service, and then home. Time it so you don't have time to run home to put away your pow-pow. So you still have it in your handbag. And it's legal that way. Just in case someone decides to do something stupid, you'll be there and ready to protect. And if anybody in your congregation gives you static, tell them to shove it up their fucking ass like I did. Yeah, I told the rabbi who gave me shit about it, I told her, hey, you belong in a fucking boxcar. Yeah, she's a fat ass slob. Okay? Okay? But yes. It's not keeping up with the audio? Okay. Well, I did hook up an external hard drive, so okay. But yeah, people need to keep an eye on what's going on, okay? Because they are going to be pulling shit all over. And especially for the next, basically, until 12th night, which is January 6th, the Feast of the Epiphany. Everyone who goes to a large gathering, go to practice your pow-pows and then go directly to the event. Okay? So that way you can legally have your pow-pow with you to protect others because it's going to be needed. And one of the other things that they started to do is now what happened at Brown University in Rhode Island. It's ironic. They went into the engineering building because, you know, they're trying to take over the world by sending in all their engineering students, all the, this is how we're going to take control because we're going to do all the technical stuff. They went in and their targets were the American engineering students. Yeah, because they want their Paki idiots here. Okay? Not going to happen. And they're keeping quiet, but yeah, I have family in Rhode Island. And they said that someone did catch some of the other video of the idiot walking away. And he has a complexion that is customary of a Paki illegal, a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. Okay? And yes, we have to we have to focus and make sure that we kick these Islamic idiots back to like Iran and let them die of thirst. Ship them there. Take them to Tehran. They allowed that country to be destroyed by the Ayatollah Khomeini. So let's ship them back to Iran. And because they don't have a viable water supply, let them die of thirst. Okay? Let's ship them there. Okay? And let them figure it out. And just like with all the nonsense that's going on in Minnesota here in the States, they've discovered all the Somali idiots, Islamic Somali idiots, and their fraud. Well, let's confiscate everything that they have, all their bank accounts, all their offshore accounts, everything of their value, their homes, their automobiles, their clothing, their handbags. Yes, take everything away, give them a small, clear tote bag. And what they can fit in that tote bag, that's all they take back with them to Somalia. And make sure you check all orifices of those people to make sure they're not trying to smuggle something out through their rectal passage. And make sure that the women haven't shoved stuff up through their V canal. Okay? Because they will try to, hide stuff there. We need to kick them all out, and we have to make sure that Tim Walz needs to be and will be. He'll be tried for treason, Mendocino. And when he testifies before Congress, what he's going to reveal about Kamala Harris, she'll be on the next plane heading to whatever Caribbean island that will accept her, but they'll kick her out. And she'll be stuck going back to India. But you see, they're going to realize because of her skin color, she's of the lower caste. And she won't be respected in India. Yeah. It's all going to blow up in their faces. Big time. Now, one of the things that has been happening, I don't know how many of you have seen it, but there's this guy, Jake Lang. He was one of those that was falsely imprisoned because of J6. Well, he's now running for state senator for Florida. But one of the things he is doing is he's going around to all over the U.S. and helping to organize anti-Islamic idiots rallies and protests. And these are peaceful protests. I mean, it's Jake Lang. You can find him on X. What he did this weekend is he was in Plano, Texas, where they're trying to build that epic city. In Texas, the Islamic idiots are going batshit because they're realizing, oh shit, we're in deep doo-doo here. Basically, they had a march in front of all the mosques and everything. And Jake was carrying with him a little baby pig, a piglet, was being carried in his arms. So you know what? It's like the Islamic idiots don't like doggies. Well, okay, in some areas they're telling people you can't own a dog, like in the UK. But have any laws have been passed to have a pet pig? Yes. A pet pig. Yeah, folks. Let's see how many people would like a pet piggy. And that would be a good thing to have. Yeah. And some of your neighbors are going to go crazy about it. And I heard from people that I know down in Texas that a group of property investors are buying up any open land around that epic city nonsense. And there's going to be a hog farm there. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, the United Nations building, gay. Yeah, they got that stupid Mondami idiot to be mayor in New York. Well, yeah, he takes his marching orders from the UN, but Kathy Ho, uh, she is not going to concede to the misogynistic Islamic idiots. She knows she will not subjugate herself to a fucking Muslim. She's too much of a women's liber. So they picked the wrong office to try and put somebody in. Okay, yeah, he's mayor of New York City. Yeah, he's going to make an idiot. I hate saying this, but he's going to basically make Baboon Johnson look good. That's how bad it's going to be. But Kathy Ho is going to pull his ass. She'll be kicking his ass all the way off, all through Long Island, back into the ocean. Okay? And don't forget that well, let's put it this way. Technically, the UN, that plot of ground is like no man's land, but you know what? What Donald can do is encircle it with a tight border. So anyone who's in that area is kind of stuck and can't cross into the United States legally. And that idiot Mondami is going to try to cause shit, but hey, Kathy Hochul is going to kick his ass. Because she is not going to be subjugating herself to an Islamic idiot. Okay? Just like what's going on right now in the UK. We've all seen some of the video of that 15-year-old girl being dragged off by those assholes that are now basically being treated like they're on a platinum platter. Life of luxury and a whatever. Gavin Newsom is not going to be president. He's going to try, but too many states know about the Dominion machines, and they will have a. He'll be at the next DNC convention, but he's going to go nowhere fast because there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out about gruesome Newsom. Okay. He's the least of all evils, okay? Because they know Cammie Harris is a complete failure. And there's nobody else that they have that's a big name. So he's going to be on the ballot, but he won't win because everyone will see how bad. You don't want the U.S. to be California. Everyone's leaving there. They're trying to destroy other states. No, it won't. But what I was saying is that, the people in the UK now, they've seen the video, and there are more videos that are more explicit that are being privately circulated in the UK. And what we're going to have happen is the real Brits are going to be taken back. They're already, just like that guy in Michigan, get your bagpipes out. Every time you hear call to prayer, start playing your bagpipes and start having going out and British traditions of going out and, what is it, the Wassail? Go singing your Christmas carols. Go out and sing them in the street, and they will have hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands, at each gathering. And if the Islamic idiots try to disrupt it, they're the ones that are going to have their asses kicked into the next century. And this noise will make it to Charles, and Charles will have to say something, because right now he's making such a big stink. Oh, he's slowing down his cancer treatment. Well, people think, oh, which means he's better. No. Charles has been given the decision to slow down his cancer treatment because it's either quality or quantity. Does he want to be alive in this era for a longer time and be extremely feeble? Or does he want to be able to it's quantity of life versus quality of life. And he's wanting quality of life, so that's why he's cutting back on his treatment. So he might have, he's in May. He'll be gone by, I'm still getting, he's going to be gone by then. He wants to have a good set of holidays. Okay? But what his wedding anniversary is April? He'll make it to his wedding anniversary, but that's about it. Okay? So Charles is picking quality of life, not quantity. That's what's going on. And something I also saw, it's with all the nonsense that's going on everywhere, like LA and New York, some stupid journalist crossed paths with Gene Simmons, you know, the guy from Kiss, the rock group. And they wanted him to make a definitive statement about things. Well, this is a guy who basically, born in Israel, became a U.S. citizen, and has become a great U.S. citizen. He's basically telling the mainstream media to shove it up their damn ass. And they're not going to be able to get him to make a statement so they can use it to cause more insurrection, more fuel for the Islamic idiots. So, yeah, if we can find his channel, give him some support, okay? Like, at least subscribe. As for Henry, those two, yes, we've all heard what's been happening with her dad. There's all sorts of stuff flying back and forth, up and down, and she's using it to make herself look better, but it's blowing up in her face. And don't be surprised if you see, in Los Angeles, there's a lot of jets from LAX that do the polar route and land in Heathrow. Henry and those kids, he's going to say he's taking the kids to go see the Polar Express movie. But he's not going to say where they're going to be watching it. The Polar Express movie is going to be shown on an aircraft flying over, doing the polar route back to Heathrow. And yeah, he's going to end up down at Highgrove because that's the only place where Charles can stick him. He and those kids are going to be down at Highgrove because he doesn't want, there isn't room for him at St. James, and the residents of KP are, hell no, you're not putting him back here. The only place that he can reside at will be Highgrove, and that's something, believe it or not, Charles owns privately. It's not part of the Duchy of Cornwall, that where his money is coming from. No, it's privately owned, just like Sandringham and Balmoral. And he's going to be there because the Crown Properties, they've got a bunch of idiots sitting on the board of directors there, and that's why they're going after Andy and Eddie. And they sure as hell don't want Henry and Rachel on any of the Crown Properties. And one of them, the one that Rachel really wants, Fort Belvedere, last time I checked, it was still under lease to the Lassells family. Well, those are the grandsons of Princess Mary. Yeah. QE2's aunt, the former Princess Royal before Anne. So Fort Belvedere is the lease is still owned by the Lassells family, but why isn't the Crown Properties, Crown idiots, going after them? He's going to be dumped out at Highgrove, and he's going to know that because that's Charles's private property. Basically, he's going to be trapped on the estate. He knows that if he leaves the estate, he's going to get into deep doo-doo. Crown property, you see, the Crown, the monarch has no control really of what goes on in Crown properties, okay? The only thing that they have absolute control who can come in and out of is if Balmoral, Sandringham, and Highgrove. And of course, Camilla's house, whatever that's called, because that's still privately owned by her. And that house will end up going to her 2 kids. So that's why Henry's going to end up at Highgrove, okay? Okay. Oh, Towsy TV. Donald put in the order a while back that if some active bullshit starts over there, that any of our bases in the Mideast, anywhere, if they're being attacked by a known terrorist organization like the Muslim Brotherhood, we now, after what happened to the 2 West Virginia National Guard in D.C., if they try to go after any of us, any Americans, anywhere else, Donald has said, go ahead and defend yourself with everything you've got. Okay? Okie doke. And don't be surprised that after they kick bunch of those other idiots out. They're going to kick them back to Iran. And we know Iran is running out of potable water. They're going to mushroom cloud. Once they get as many of them back over there as possible, it's going to be like mushroom cloud. And remember, I don't know how many of you watched it yesterday, but Fiona had a very wonderful premiere video about Graham and him and how they dealt with cancer and how she did some homework on how chemotherapy and radiation therapy were initiated for cancer treatment. Well, let's put it this way. Anyone who's dealing with cancer may want to go beyond the fringes of Iran, because there's going to be a lot of radiation through that area. Okay? And the people who are across the Straits of Hormuz, like on the southeast side of it, I mean southwest side, hope you got a lot of lead capes, because you're going to need it big time. It's only 11 miles of water separating the Emirates from Iran. Okay? Yes. Okay. Now I'm seeing some people ask about Ukraine. Here, let me put the link in again in case anybody wants to pop in and has any questions. You're more than welcome to join the live stream. What's happening is Donald has told the Z guy, give back to Russia the territory that was mistakenly classified as Ukraine in 1946. Okay? Give that area back to Russia and everybody's happy. But Ukraine is willing to do that. The people are. But only if the Z guy resigns. So the Z guy needs to resign, disappear from life, or be exiled to somewhere, like St. Helena. And let the borders go back to what they were back in 1918. Let's go back to the borders of 1914. Allow Russia to have its original borders back, 1914 borders. Okay? Oh, what is Somalia? Somalia is a fucking country. I can't remember it was called something else when it was a colony. But it's a shitty ass country that is, you know where the Red Sea is and the south end of the Arabian Peninsula? Well, Somalia is a country across the Straits of Yemen. It's a crappy little shitty ass African country. Okay? And it's basically it's a bunch of assholes running it, and the only way they get anything is through theft. I mean, they're the ones that pirates. Yeah, they were boarding cargo ships and stuff and taking any kind of they try to it's just an evil country that needs to be. Go watch Black Hawk Down. Go watch that movie. No, Barry Soetoro, his daddy's Kenyan. They're from Kenya, like outside of Nairobi. Okay, not yeah. He's a Muslim Kenyan, Muslim, yeah, Kenya. His daddy was from Kenya. That's where he was born, and then his stepdaddy was from Indonesia, and that's where he ended up being raised as a Muslim in Indonesia because it's a Muslim area. Okay. When Henry flies the kids over on the polar flight, and he's basically hanging out in his old bedroom in Highgrove, the kids will be there, and those who are watching that property know that there's a back entrance that Camilla used to use. She used to drive from her house using the back roads to go into the Highgrove estate back when he was still married to Diana. Someone has to watch those back roads because they're going to see some cars come in with with two women. Because Archie's bio mom will be coming in to see him on a regular basis. And so will Lily's bio mom. And Osama bin Laden, he wasn't Somali, he was Yemen. He was a Yemenite. Okay? No, he was a Yemenite. Yeah. And the joke was, back when I used to live in Jeddah, yeah, you could smell a Paki a block away, but you could smell the stench coming off a Yemenite a mile away. They're filthy creatures. And these are the Wahhabis saying this. They can't stand the Yemenites. And the Wahhabis are that sect. Take a look at Jordan, take a look at Egypt and Saudi. The women there, dressed like how I'm dressed now. They're very westernized. Yeah. Hey, the former Queen of Jordan, Lisa Halliday. Yeah, okay, she changed her. She was given the Jordanian name Noor, but that means light. Okay? No, he is not Saudi born. He was born in Yemen. His family's a Yemenite. They crossed the border into Saudi because Yemen is a shithole. Okay? I mean, the clans in Yemen, all they're doing is duking it out, and the country is a mess because they're different clans, different tribes, and they're always duking it out and to see who can be in control. And they're still doing it. But Yemen has always been an eternal mess. Okay. Yeah. They're fucking pigs. They're assholes. And basically, yeah, the Saudis on the border now, they basically have little pillboxes every so many feet, so many yards. And if they catch a Yemen idiot trying to sneak into Saudi, it's boom, 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 pop, 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 all the way around. Okay? That's what they do. And that's what Georgia Maloney's doing also. She's got pillboxes all around the big boot. They see some shitheads trying to come in from the water, especially at night. Tracer target practice. And don't be surprised if you start hearing that happening like in Portugal, in Spain, also, and Greece. And that's something that's going to start happening, especially the southern coast of California. Okay? Alrighty? Yeah, I know we've got the assholes, and what they're doing, they literally, what it is when you see one of those, let's put it this way. If you catch them pooping, make sure you've got the wop off their left hand, because they wipe their butt with the left and eat with their right. So they don't have their left hand. It's like a real horrible thing for them. They have to wipe their butt and eat from the same hand. Yeah. It's going to blow up big time. Now, something yeah, I mean, these idiots, they don't know any better. All they know is their crap ass third world ideology. And because they don't have the intellect to adjust and to learn, to adjust to the country, to assimilate into the country they move into, they have to bring it down to their level. No, instead of coming up to our level, they want us to go down to their level. It ain't going to happen. It's going to blow up. These assholes, I mean, especially after what they've been doing to the young girls, the young European girls. They're now going to start getting kicked out. And it's going to be coming out. It's crazy. It's going to be really, really crazy. And they're going to be sent back to Afghanistan and Iran. They're going to be dumped off. I mean, they're going to fly into Iraq, and Iraq is going to have buses ready for them, and they're going to dump them off at the Iranian border. Okay? Well, a lot of the other Muslim countries don't want the shitheads, because they know they're nothing but evil assholes. So they've taken over Turkey, Afghanistan, and Iran. Let them just all go there, because Syria is going to be a mess. So is Iraq. Okay? And Jordan basically has pillboxes all the way around protecting its borders. So does Saudi. And so do the Emirates. Okay? So yeah, it's like they're going to ship them back to the shitholes. That's where they're getting these Islamic idiots. They get their marching orders out of Tehran, so you got to send them back there. That's what we have to do. And I've been getting info that that's one of the places, and when the EU is going to be broken up because too many young girls are being essayed by these assholes. Van der Leyen it's going to be thrown into her face. And it's going to be somebody that's a family member of some bigwigs in the EU. And they're going to go after her for tolerating this. It's all going to she's basically going to have to do it's going to be so horrible for her that she's going to do she's going to cross the bridge under her own volition, because she's not going to be able to handle the fallout. Okay? And don't worry, the Albany's down in Aussie. They're also bringing up about how these stupid people on other social media were bragging about how they were hospital employees, how they enjoy eliminating the Jews that come into the hospital. it's coming out, and the after what happened on Bondi Beach, it's the Australian government is now going to have to start kicking those assholes out, or punish them, or putting them into camps, isolating them from the regular population. Or don't be shocked, because, yeah, the original Aussie population from Europe, from England, yeah, it was, people were given the choice: either you go to Australia or you serve time in prison. And Albanese, he knows his ass is up shit's creek right now. He's either got to do something, or he's out on his ass. He's going to be looking for a new place to live real fast. He knows his days are numbered in office after what's happened, because he allowed it to happen. Just like we're kicking out the shitheads here in the States, Albanese, his days are numbered. Just like Charles, just like Macron and van der Leyen, their days are numbered, and it's not going to be pretty. Not at all. The days are very numbered. Now, oh my gosh, I'm getting close to an hour. Let me put the link in again. If anybody would like to jump in, have their comments, and I want to say, okay, remember, today is definitely a candle Sunday, because I know that people have to light it's the second Sunday of Advent. Candace Owens, she's now having to do what the people behind scenes were making her very popular, and now that she's gotten a big name for herself, she has to follow their directions, or they're going to make sure she's nothing. So she sold her soul out. Okay, they become popular, and now she's having to do their stuff, and it's blowing up in her faces. Okay. Dominion voting machines, we got to find a teenager to hack their system and blow it up. That's what's going to happen. That is what happened on Bondi Beach is waking everybody up. Like I said, today, second Sunday of Advent, first night of Hanukkah worldwide. So go ahead, pull out your ugly Hanukkah sweatshirts, t-shirts, sweaters. Anybody gives you static, record it. Okay? And make sure those people get charged for the hate crime. Tucker Carlson, because Qatar is claiming they'll take care of him because Tucker fucked up. He screwed up bad. And Qatar is basically saying, okay, you can come here, we'll take care of you. Because Tucker was doing the bidding of the upper echelon of Islamic idiots. Okay? Alrighty. Yeah, and remember the Venezuelan raids and all that stuff? A lot of the assholes that came from the Middle East, they came from the Muslim Brotherhood assholes. The Islamic idiots crossed the pond and went to Venezuela, got documents, and to claim they were Venezuelan, and then came up through Central America. They were given, Venezuela gave all those members of the Muslim Brotherhood, all the Islamic idiots, false papers. And people that have been coming up on the boats from Venezuela trying to get to the U.S., what people are forgetting that they're saying, oh, what's in the boat, but who is also on the boat. Those are the military commanders of the Islamic Army that's hanging out here in the U.S. Okay? That's why Donald's been saying, no, wait, okay? Venezuela has always been, go back and watch this old John Wayne movie called The Hellfighters. And back then it was, in the 60s, that movie, and they were like, Hollywood was saying how bad of a setup Venezuelan really was, Caracas, okay? Yeah, the movie is called The Hellfighters, and it's John Wayne, and go watch it, and you'll see that they were already saying how nasty Venezuela really is, okay? And it's because Venezuela was the gateway of the Islamic idiots into the U.S. Yeah, because Venezuela needed the oil technology. And there's a lot of people who worked for Aramco. Okay? All right? Oh. Anybody else have any other questions today? Anybody wants to jump in? Put the link in another time in case anybody has any comments, would like to jump in. But okay. I know I try not to go over unless somebody would like to jump in. I kind of like to keep this at an hour, because that way when you put it on double speed to listen, it's only 30 minutes. Because I know I'm not like other people who try to tie up a day. These others that go for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. There's more. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say is keep your eye on what's going on in Cambodia, at the Cambodian and Thai border. Remember, Cambodia is basically a satellite nation of the Chinese CCP. And Thailand is a free country. And yeah, it's all because of that temple and the inaccurate French borders when it was still French Indonesia. Yeah, they're using the French screw up on not having clear borders. But yeah, China is trying to invade Thailand through Cambodia. And so we have to support our friends, our Thai friends, okay? Our friends in Bangkok and stuff, okay? So everyone have a great day, great Sunday. And Dan Bongino, he's not going to leave the FBI right now. No, he's too valuable. You see, Dan is the PR guy, okay? Dan can feed out information that other people can't. Dan is the spokesperson. Dan is the friendly face that everyone knows about, and when they have to let information out, Dan is the guy who is their spokesperson. So Dan's not going to leave the FBI right now. So everybody have a great day, great Sunday. Go out, make sure you bundle up, dress in layers, ladies. Hey, pull out the old run, save those old pantyhose tights that have the runs in them, the ladders. Wear those underneath the jeans. And guys, don't laugh, but if you have to be outside for a long time, talk to the wife, the girlfriend, the sister. Ask them to go get you a pair of pantyhose tights, cut the toes out so your toes can move around and they don't sweat. And you wear the tights underneath those jeans, and you're going to notice your legs are a lot warmer. Yeah, back when I was 18, 19, I dated a guy who was a Cincinnati Bengal. Yeah, he'd always go and buy me. He'd send me into the store to go buy the pantyhose. Yep. Yep. Yeah. It's like, yeah, my dad, I mean, I was in college during the week, and I'd fly out on Thursday nights to go hang out with them and go to the game. Yeah, my dad used to fly out too. It's like, hey, oh yeah, my girlfriend's her dad flies my girlfriend out. She's here to Cincinnati or drive out. Yeah. Yeah. Pro football. Ugh. That was back in the, 1980, 80 to 82. Okay, everybody have a great day. Stay safe. Like I said, go to practice with your pow and then off to your religious thing. Practice to shul to home. Okay? Practice to church or synagogue and then home. And you're covered your ass. Okay? Stay safe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.